In this section, we are focusing on your interaction with the society. Society being your environment or place that you are living in. You might wonder, what is the relevance of all of this to HIV/AIDS? You will see the connection eventually. In our journey through life, there are two major events, your birth and your death. In between these 2 points, we strive to live a happy, healthy, meaningful life. Therefore, you should take care of your well-being as well as that of your loved ones and family. We are part of society. There are numerous divisions within the society that we live in. We are grouped into categories according to race, religion, gender, income brackets. Are you employed or unemployed? Intellectual categories, mental abilities, different classes of people, ethnic groups, age groups, political groupings, cultures, gangs, ancestry, lobby groups, environmentalists, and many more. You will have a sense of belonging to some of these groups, and you may find you are closer to some than others. We are all different. Every human being that has ever lived or ever will live is unique. You are truly one of a kind. We all know that we, as humans, share the usual bits and pieces that most of us have in common, such as certain essential body parts. We all have a head, a heart, a brain, and so on. But the similarity ends there. Your life experiences thus far have made you the person you are today. The way you were brought up and the things that you learned and the things that you have done make you truly different from anyone else on this planet. Others may share some of your talents and abilities, but no one is identical to you. So since you are unique, why not celebrate that fact? Dare to be your own person and disregard what others may think. You have to make decisions or make choices. Life is a matter of choices. These two quotes sum it up. The more decisions that you are forced to make alone, the more you are aware of your freedom to choose. That was done by Thornton Wilder. And the second quote, it doesn't matter which side of the fence you get off sometimes. What matters most is getting off. You cannot make progress without making decisions. And this is written by Jim Rohn. We must accept that there are consequences to our decisions. The key to accepting responsibility for your life is to accept the fact that your choices, every one of them, are leading you undoubtedly to either success or failure, however you define these terms. And the other quote, I believe that we are solely responsible for our choices, and we have to accept the consequences of every deed, word, and thought throughout our lifetime. Spheres of influence. We agreed earlier that every person is unique, yet we very rarely make choices in isolation of outside influences. We are social beings, and thus our choices are made in the context of social connections, personal relationships, and physical environments. So, though we like to think of our choices as our own, they are often influenced by other people and by the choices and views of spheres of influence in society. Think about it. How often are your decisions and actions influenced by family, the economy or business, media, church or religion, education, arts and culture, and government or politics? We mentioned earlier that you are unique and have the freedom of choice. You may be pressured to decide whether to conform or not to conform. A conformist is someone who follows established standards of conduct, often seen as a follower, a traditionalist, or even a sheep. If you are a nonconformist, you are labeled a rebel or radical. Conformity is a type of social influence that creates a change in behavior or beliefs in an individual so that they can fit in with a specific group. This pressure to conform to others' expectations can be a force for good and bad decision making. Feel free to live your life in the best manner as you can. You only have one life. Provided that the way you live it doesn't harm anyone, you have the opportunity, one might even say the duty, to live it the way you see fit. This is what a certain Shannon Alder said. One of the greatest regrets in life is being what others would want you to be rather than being yourself. You are the captain of your own ship. Have you heard the saying, you are the captain of your own ship? It comes in a way as a reminder when battling with the decision of whether to conform or not. You are the captain of your own ship. Through calm seas and stormy oceans, you are at the helm, looking ahead and all around, determining your destination and choosing the route you take to get there. You need to take responsibility for the ship. There may be obstacles in the way, but you are free to sail where your heart desires. In this slide, you can see yourself. Let's look closely. You are on your journey through life. On the horizon are your goals. Next to the road are people and groups and your emotions and beliefs and fears. You might have belonged to some of these groups and conformed to their expectations, their traditions, and ways of thinking and doing things. Other people or groups or organizations may try and influence you. So you've got to make decisions every day on your journey through life, and you must realize that there are consequences to every decision. You are responsible for every thought or word or action. So one day you will reach a point to deal with the question, are you going to conform and follow others, or are you going to take your own decisions? And if that means that you have got to step out from the traditional way of doing things and behaving, then it is fine. After all, you are unique and special and the captain of your own ship. Do you need some motivation to act? Listen to this. If you're looking for the person that will change your life, look in the mirror. Road signs in our walk through life. Imagine you are traveling down the road in a car and you see signs like this in the road. What do? Stop, turn around or take a detour, or ignore it and push ahead saying, this does not apply to me. Consequences if we ignore warning signs. If you look ahead as to why the road is closed, you may find this, a broken bridge. And if you proceed ignoring the sign, you will have an accident and drive into the water, and chances are that you will drown. The question now arises, how do we react to the danger signs of HIV/AIDS? Here are some HIV/AIDS awareness signs that we see on billboards, pamphlets, and posters. Sometimes you get very thought provoking adverts like this one. It says, "Let's be free from HIV/AIDS. Open your eyes before AIDS closes them." However, it appears that all these advertisements, info sheets, and billboards referring to imminent HIV/AIDS dangers are not noted. Time to reflect again on on that which we covered and think about how it can influence you in the future. Here are some questions to guide your thinking. Are there people, groups, traditions that influence your outlook on life and choices? Are you aware of the pros and cons of conforming to the expectations of people and groups in society? Do you appreciate the fact that you are unique and the captain of your own ship? Do you accept the fact that you alone must make the decisions and live with the consequences thereof? How do the points discussed impact on your attitude, beliefs, and behavior, on your relationships and sex?